You will regret waiting too long to act if you repeat the same mistakes most homeowners facing foreclosures have in common. Maybe you ignored the letters, maybe you avoided the phone calls, or told yourself that I'll deal with it later. But the truth is that every single day you wait and don't take action, the consequences grow worse. Your options will shrink like your favorite sweater after one wrong spin in the dryer. Your credit will tank and your stress will show you who's boss. If you think it's bad now, you have no idea what it feels like. It doesn't have to be this way. Let me show you the real consequences of foreclosure. But most importantly, let's look at how to take control before it's too late. The sad part is that most people saying that foreclosure ends when you lose your house. But it's just the beginning. This will touch every part of your life, your finances, your credit, and even your ability to move forward. Here's what's actually going to happen. Once the foreclosure is finalized, you will be legally required to leave your home. This is going to be an eviction, and it happens so fast. If you don't take any action, the bank eventually will sell your house at a foreclosure auction. And if the debt is higher than what your house is worth on the market, it will still sell, but for far less than what it's worth. And if it didn't cover everything that you owe, you will be responsible for the difference. And then you will also risk a deficiency judgment, and the bank can come after you for the remaining balance even years later. Things get more serious about the financial side of the foreclosure. So let's talk about that. The damage on your credit is enormous. Foreclosure stays on your credit report for up to 7 years. And in most cases, it will drop your score by 150 points or even more. Besides, making it harder to qualify for any loans, credit cards, or anything like that, it will most likely prevent you from renting, because even when you fill out the rental application, they are all very much geared around the credit score. And if you are able to get approved for a credit after the foreclosure and you're lucky, you'll be dealing with much higher interest rates, and interest rates in our current market are already higher than everybody's used to. And when the lender sees that you have a foreclosure, they look at you as a much bigger risk, and therefore they charge you even higher interest rates. And if your house sells for less than what you owe, you're still going to be responsible for the difference. And that's the deficiency judgment that I mentioned earlier. And it can add years of financial stress to your life. And I really don't want you to go through this. When your credit score is being impacted, many landlords check credit reports, and foreclosure can make it very hard to find a place to live. So even renting becomes so much more challenging. So not only that foreclosure hurt your wallet, the emotional toll that it takes on you is huge. Constant worry about where you live, how to recover, what happens next can feel overwhelming. And this stress and anxiety will overtake you. Most homeowners that I have spoken to who are going through foreclosure feel like foreclosure is a personal failure of theirs, even though many times it's really caused by things out of your control, like losing your job or losing a loved one or medical bills that were unexpected. So the shame and the embarrassment is overtaking their ability to rationalize and logically make the right decisions in this situation. The stress on relationships, the stress on the financials, is one of the biggest cause of conflicts in families. Foreclosure can amplify the stress, leading to huge arguments and tensions, and even creating more problems like illnesses and even divorce. I've seen so many homeowners struggle with these feelings. I've seen couples fight, families fall and torn apart, and I want you to know that foreclosure doesn't define you at all. And really, the only thing that matters is how you are going to move forward from here. Foreclosure does not have to ruin your life, because you still have options as long as you act quickly. And the sooner you take action, the more options you will have available to you. The worst thing and the biggest mistake you can make is waiting, because waiting will make things harder for you. There's always an option to think about and consider a short sale sometimes in case that the home sells for less than what you owe. With the lender's approval, of course, it's not the perfect solution, but very often it's a better option than foreclosure. But you wouldn't know it if you would not explore this option at all. You can always consider and see if selling to a cash buyer is something that's going to give you a way out also, without losing any money, and many times walking away with your equity at hand. That's great. A lot of people stay away from talking to their lender. Some lenders often loan modifications or even some sort of payment plans, which can buy you some more time. But you would never know that if you don't talk to your lender. And really, what's important to understand is that foreclosure is complicated, and having someone by your side guiding you through the process can make a big difference. So working with a specialist that is informed and knowledgeable in real estate foreclosures is highly recommended. Every day you wait, your options shrink. Most important thing is to take action, and the sooner you act, the better chance you have to turning things around. Most of the time, people have a lot more options that they believe is possible. Foreclosure is tough, but it's not the end of the road. Here's what I want you to remember, that you need to act now. Acting now will minimize the damage. It will protect your credit and get you a head start to start rebuilding. You don't have to do it alone. There are people who understand this process, and they can help you every step of the way. The first step is reaching out and asking for help. If you're watching this from New York or New Jersey, I can help you and guide you. Just reach out. And if you happen to land on this video from another state, don't give up, because I can help you with that as well. Reach out and I will connect you with someone who can help you in another state. If this video spoke to you at all, don't wait to take the next step. Watch my video, How to Sell Your House Right Before Foreclosure Auction, where I break down the steps you can take to protect your equity and avoid the financial disaster. Foreclosure doesn't have to mean losing everything if you act fast. You still have options, but you have to act now. Thanks for chatting with me today, and I will see you on the next video.